Hey, what's up, everybody? Make sure the audio is working fine. I think it is. How's everybody doing this fine morning? I think it's a fine morning. A really busy morning. Everything's moving left and right, and it's just a lot to handle right now. So, don't feel as prepared as I normally am, but love to see a lot of the crypto actually. The sell off that it did have. Bitcoin down to 45,000. Like that's kind of where it's at. Seeing Litecoin down below 300. I'm all for it. All for it. What's going on, Chef Hood? Ismail first. Actually, Chef Hood was first. It's working fine. Thank you. Good morning from Colorado. Thank you for showing up. What's up, bro? What's going on, Mike? Well, AMC squeeze. It's looking like we're gonna see it. It's definitely moving, and it's looking like we're gonna see it sooner rather than later. So as long as we continue on this trajectory, I think it's gonna be pretty soon. Got you before you switch to members only. Yeah, I'm gonna stay open for probably like 5 minutes, maybe 10, and then after that I'll close it down. Ladies and John boys. Ready to squeeze. What's up, Matt? Good morning. Join the Discord. Yes. Chef Hood says join the Discord if you guys are interested in joining the Discord. We have had a number of people join, so I appreciate that. Going to be posting some more on the how to day trade for a living. Posting 2 today. Also, some updates as well. So we'll see how that goes. I did get some free stocks this morning, and I'm waiting for a lot of other positions to increase. I also wanted to purchase more of ADA. I wanted to make some more purchases today. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, make sure everybody that comes in here hits that like button. Good morning, everyone from North Carolina. How you doing? Good morning, Matt. Hello from Germany as well. Hello. Thank you for watching. AMC price target for selling. AMC price target for selling. For me, I'm going to sell earlier, not super early, but I'm going to sell earlier to give you guys give everybody else a chance. The more people, not saying the more people that sell off, just the more people that are comfortable with their little bit of profit and then let the rest ride. For me, I'm going to see it in different sections, but I don't want to sit here and give what I'm going to do exactly away because of the fact that it starts to get people to do everything that everybody else is doing on YouTube, and those mass sell-offs that you will see, they end up getting people scared. So if I say I'm going to sell at $50, right? I'm going to sell a portion at $50, and it's not even saying a large portion, just a small portion of $50, right? Then what a lot of people will do is they will end up doing the same exact thing that I do, which creates more of a sell-off to create a little bit of fear with some of those people that it is falling off. So I don't want to have to do that. Always figure out your own strategy, build something for yourself, and then you can go from there. But I know with the ultimate goal is the I'm going to leave some there. You leave probably depending on where it can go to. But wherever I get to the point to where I have 100 left, I will leave that there for a lifetime just to see where it ends up getting to. If it goes back to 20, it goes back to 20. But I just want to see where it gets to, and that's what I'm going to leave in there for that massive squeeze if it ends up getting to, whatever it ends up getting to, 10,000, 100K, which you never really know exactly how high the squeeze could go. What do you think about Zomedica news? What's happening with Zomedica here? Like I said, I'm not 100% prepared with a lot of stuff because I had to get the kids ready for daycare this morning, which I don't normally do. Zomedica hires vice president of business development to lead acquisition and licensing efforts. I think that's good. I think that's really good news. 4 days ago, we had the Q1 loss widens. I think that's really good news. Any news with Zomedica is good news because they don't put out a lot of news. So I'm thinking we might see some sort of a an uptick. I hope we see a positive day to where we can see an uptick. There's a lot of positions that look negative. You may have had that green day on Friday, but some that are actually falling to the negative side, like Coinbase, it's actually going negative. I'm upset that Tesla is going negative, but I'm going to hold on to that. Actually, probably buy more shares as I go along. Because today I think I have some free money. So if it is going to decrease, I'm going to buy some more shares of Tesla and see where we can get that cost basis too. But it's good to have news for Zomedica. Are you selling at 20? I don't believe so. No. It depends what it's doing, because if we see that the squeeze is going to happen, right? There's signs that we're going to see if the squeeze is going to happen. If it's not going to happen, then I'm basically going to be able to pocket double the money and then put the money back in. That's only if you see that the squeeze is not going to happen. However, it's not 100% predictable. So you have to basically, weed out some of these signs when it comes to that. So I'm not going to sell at 20. I'm going to look for that to continue to increase, because above certain portions, like above 1487, the next real resistance point is 17. And then when you get to 17, after 17, it's pretty much, it's pretty much ready to go, ready to take off. You know what I mean? I'm loading Zomedica. At what price would you buy more AMC? I would like to see them come back below. If they came back below, I mean, you can buy it anytime, but if they came back below 12, which I don't know if it's going to happen, if they came back below 12, I would buy there. If it came back below 10, I would buy there. If it came back below 9, I would buy there. So that's where I would see that at. I'm hearing Tesla will drop into the 300 range. Who's saying that? I didn't see anything there. That's what people have been saying for a while. They're like that Tesla's overvalued and it's going to drop so far. I mean, you do have a lot of people that have a ton of shares that are selling some of their positions in order to wait for this to go to a dip. But from what I'm hearing, a lot of people are talking about it being at like 500 and being a steal in the price. And right now being at what, 580, that's pretty good as well. So where I bought in at 608 is not actually bad. I bought in 8 shares and I'm looking to buy a little bit more. So I always believe in what Tesla can do. Now, DraftKings is something that was upsetting me for a little bit. It did make a pretty good move on Friday, up 10% or 9.5%, but now it's down another 1%. 250 people here, only 50 likes. Yeah, hit that like button. I'm gonna go ahead and close this. Thank you everybody for chatting, so that I can, see what's going on with all the members and whatnot. Lou versus Wall Street. Lou versus Wall Street said that Tesla can go down to 300. What type of detail does he have behind Tesla going to 300? Now for ZOM on the daily chart show the price shouldn't have dropped as much as it did. Yeah, 100%. I'm right there with you. I don't think Zomedica should have dropped. It was being heavily shorted. If you look at all of the days in the past, however many days, let's actually go over here. And let's go to Intel short interest. What you're going to see is ZOM. I gotta check. Oh, I know what AMC is. If you look at Zomedica, you're going to see that 36% short on Friday. Even though I think it had a pretty good day, it had a day to where it was positive, you still had 36% short. They're continuing to short this thing. If I go down here and look at the short volume ratio for the last however many days, you're seeing 36%, 34, 35, 37, 37, 30, or 26. It got all the way up to 66 at one point. So they were shorting the heck out of this thing. It should have never dropped the way it did. They were just looking to push this thing down. And by they, I mean, I guess hedge funds or whoever is shorting this. You have some, people with a lot of money that are doing this. I'd be surprised if Elon dumped a bunch of his Bitcoin last night. Tesla goes below 5. I'm all over that. Yeah. That's what's crazy is you see Tesla taking a little bit of a hit because Bitcoin's taking a hit. And I guess a lot of people that are invested in Bitcoin, really were, happy with the fact that he was backing Bitcoin and It's just a whole mess. It's a whole mess. So it's kind of a blessing in disguise because they're going to get over it because Tesla is a huge company. They can make a lot of money from it. So it's not just about being upset with what happened with Bitcoin. Okay, it happened with Bitcoin. It lets people get into these positions. If you're a person that bought in at 50K or something, now you can buy it at 45K. You're seeing Bitcoin go down to really, really low numbers, where, it hasn't been for a while. So I don't see this as a bad thing. I see it as a good thing because it lets it end up being more affordable, and you can make an easy $20,000 in the next month or so. Just don't listen to me when buying Tesla. Apparently, no, you're good. You're good. Let's say AMC went to 1K. You made millions. What's the first thing you would buy? A car, a house? No, I would put it right back into the markets. There's no way that I would sit here and buy anything with it because one, I know I have to pay taxes on a lot of that money. So half of the money is probably going to go into, something where I can gain some sort of interest from it. So whether I put it into an ETF, I put it into dividend positions, whatever it actually is, I'll put all that there. But half of that is basically going to go towards taxes. So it doesn't even matter. The rest of that is going to go into the markets anyways. I'll probably take a little percentage out. But I can't, I'm not going to really use it. Like I'm not going to do anything with it. I already have the house. We already have 2 cars. I'm waiting for anything to happen with student loans because I have student loans, but I'm not looking to pay off student loans if they're going to be forgiven in any way. So I'm waiting for that to happen. And if it doesn't happen, then I'll end up, paying off some stuff. But I don't want to, I don't want to use the money for anything besides growing more money. Do you know what I mean? If you are part of the Money Makes Money member, then you understand. You have that $500,000 that you're going to use, and that $500,000 is going to make you another $500,000. It's just like when you make your first million. You make your first million, it's very easy to get to your next, 5 million. But if you spend it the right way, or you actually hold it the right way, then you're good. You can actually make that 5 million. But if you spend it, if you have that in mind, where I'm going to buy myself a house, I'm going to buy this person this, you end up blowing through it. So trust me, put it aside, put it somewhere to where you can actually make more investments so that it can grow you more money. Because if you don't have that set up, you don't have a plan for future investments, then you're not going to be anywhere. You're going to be at the exact same spot. Chris Terry, thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate that. Make sure you guys hit that like button. We have 400 people in here. I would love if you guys hit the like button. I pay the rest of my student loan ASAP, and the interest on that hefty. Yeah, just right now you don't have to pay any student loans until September. So if they do end up, forgiving student loans, then you paying student loans might not be a good thing because you just wasted money then. It's going to a place to where they're going to forgive the money anyways. So just be careful in that. I know it's kind of a, you're kind of rolling the dice there, but yeah, I wouldn't say that you go ahead and just pay off your student loans because you never know what could happen there. I hope that they pay off those student loans, but you never know. Unless you have the money available to buy 100 shares of AMC at $9.50 for each. The fund has avoided the company for months since it's dumped all its Tesla shares around the time the stock was trading at record highs. I bought around 1.4 worth of Tesla shares at the first week of May. Okay. The fund has avoided the company for months since it's dumped all its Tesla shares around the time its stock was trading at record highs. Unless you have money, people that got in the EJH IPO are happy right now. What happened with EJH? Yeah, I would imagine they are. It grew over 1,000%, 1,100%. That's pretty big. That is pretty big. Nexus token pays 30% dividends. That's pretty cool. Nexus is back up to 360 million. You earn 4 to 12% daily, compounding interest payout daily in the crypto. Nexus wallet for cryptocurrency interest helps you pay for your taxes. Interesting. Chris, thank you for becoming a member. Got a lot of Chris's. I think we just Chris Terry, Chris H. Hey all. Hey, how you doing? Thank you for becoming a member. Is it Atheist Cats? Atheist Cats? I'm gonna buy mad golf clubs. Armor team to each side. Some quadrant beer pizza. Funny. My experience, yeah, it wasn't hard making the first million. Part is keeping the first million. Yeah, like I've made well over $1 million in my lifetime, my professional lifetime of working. I would say my lifetime I've made over a lot more than that. But it's a struggle keeping all of it. If I would have saved all of it, I'm not a person that's a heavy saver. You're never going to see me make a video, how to save 99% of your income, because I'm not going to do that. There is no way that I'm leaving, a bunch of the money that I made on, for my children. They need to be able to build something for themselves. I'll leave them something. I want to, the only thing I really want to leave them with is the knowledge, let them understand how to invest their money. Let them understand, stronger work ethic. That's what I want them to understand. That's what I was thinking. Tom Roth, I had 10 950 calls, sold 5 of them on Friday. 5 I'll hold and see what happens this week. Long time watcher, first time subscriber. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. Sometimes it takes a while to actually subscribe and, even become a member as well. Like it took me a while. It took me a while to subscribe to Meet Kevin, and I was watching him for a long time. It didn't take me long to subscribe to Graham Stephan. I think he was the first financial person I subscribed to. So yeah, it didn't take me long there. But yeah, thank you for doing that. I appreciate that a lot. You guys ready for Hedgies to give us more stimulus? Sure, I'm ready. I don't think I'll qualify for any actual stimulus anymore. As soon as I submit the taxes today, because I have to pay taxes, and I'm not going to qualify for any stimulus. If I do, married filing separate, then she might, but I won't. Obviously not financial advice, but what might be a good entry into AMC today? So for AMC, it's already up 3%. Now we've seen a number of days where they were up 3%, and we've seen a decrease in the day. Let's say if you can get under 13, I think that would be a really good entry point. Right now we're at 13.38, but just be aware if we are going to see some sort of a negative day. I'm not 100% sure yet. There's a lot of things that are positive, but there's also some things that are negative, and a lot of things that are negative, actually. You can look at some of these. You see red in the markets, also green in the markets. So just be aware that it could be a negative day today. I hope that it's not. We hope we see liftoff with a lot of this stuff. But I would say anything under 13, if you can get it under 12, that would be amazing. But I don't know if it will drop under 12 today. So if we see a positive day, it's definitely not dropping under 12. But if we see some sort of a negative, that sell off, yeah, it'll come down, maybe close to it, but it's gonna be tough. We did see what? Oh, that was Fubo TV. I was gonna say, what in the world? I got excited. I was gonna say it jumped to $20. No, that's Fubo TV. So yeah, we had a little bit of a gap up. The growth looks pretty good. The way that it's moving looks pretty good, but it is, falling off here. So you can see that starting to round out. These support levels are starting to round out here, which is not the best sign. You are seeing this crossover of the 15 moving average and the 200 EMA. So it's indicating a downward trend, which we might see that fall down a little bit more. Is it creating any type of support level? So it might bounce off of here, 1330, and then increase, which I think it did. It bounced off of 1333, and now it's up to 1340. So if you can find a way to get in below 13, that would be great. I'm putting half my earnings in family trust and donating half my children's cancer research to children cancer research. I already have what I need to survive on. That's awesome. That's awesome to hear. I really like to hear that type of stuff. Because if you can give back to people, that's always amazing. I try and donate to No Kid Hungry as much as I can, just because I've been in that situation. I've been one of those kids that had to rely on school lunches in order to even have a meal in your stomach. So it every time I think about it, I start getting a little bit teary eyed. But yeah, it's always great to. It's not about feeling guilty. It's about being in that situation. I've been there. I understand what those kids are going through. You know what I mean? So if you can ever like donate to something that you really believe in and truly do your research on the charity, because some charities only donate like 10% of the money to the actual charity. Everything else goes to executives and, people that work there. And it's ridiculous. So, yeah, just make sure you're doing some research on there. I'm still burned up about January AMC share freeze. Not confident they won. Yeah, I mean, AMC share freeze. Not confident they won. Yeah, I mean, if I'm reading this right, you're talking about January where they restricted trading. Yeah, I wasn't really happy with the fact that they, restricted anything. Let's go back. Yeah, what was that? I wasn't really happy when they restricted anything. It just, pissed me off because it gets up to $17 or something like that, right? Where's that? $17 up here. So it did come back, gets up to $17 here, and then all of a sudden they started to short the heck out of this thing. And it's just full manipulation that we understand what it was, we understand what it could have been, and we understand what it's going to be now because of what they did here. It's now going to be a lot bigger than what it was supposed to be. I believe it was supposed to be 100x, and that was it. It was going to get to 100x. You would see it from that $1.91 mark up to $190 or $200 or so. That was going to be what the squeeze was going to be. But the fact that they restricted trading, they stopped people from buying, disabled the buy button, kept the sell button, just killed everything. Yeah, killed all momentum. Exactly. Always sworn to myself, if I become a millionaire, I will adopt. Well, then if you become a millionaire, then adopt. I feel like adopting is great. My next door neighbors do it. They've done it, and I believe they adopted four children. I think it was, and yeah, their family looks amazing. They're on YouTube if you want to check their family out. It's the Family Young Vlogs. So it just gave me a flashback to the times when Subway and pizza in school and not be able to afford that. Thinking I was the only like $1 a day too. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks having to remember that, but then it brings me back to where I am today, and it shows that you can still be successful even though you didn't have anything to start with. Did you see VOM going up soon? Or are you talking about ZOM? Were you talking about ZOM? Because I don't see anything with VOM. I don't know what VOM is, but I do see ZOM. I know ZOM is gonna move up soon. It's up 3.3% today. I'm not sure if I should invest another $2,000 into it. Let it grow. I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see how today goes. I think I have about $2,000 left right now, so pretty good. That was a 1 minute candle. It was a large 1 minute candle. What are you talking about? For AMC? Second question. Buy all at once or a ladder it upward to buying pressure. This is, if you see it's a down day, this is where you wanna ladder it. I would never ladder it on the way up, just because you're increasing your cost basis as you go up. If you want to have a cost basis and you're comfortable with that cost basis, then buy everything that you want there. But also leave a little bit of room if it does go against you to lower your cost basis. So I don't ever ladder it on the way up. I will sell ladder it on the way up, but I will never buy ladder it on the way up. Usually I will buy ladder on the way down. You know what I mean? You missed my comments. Have I missed them? I've been doing swing trading with LIZHI quite frequently. Been very good gains if you study and play it right. Right now is a good moment to buy. Thoughts? Take a look at. Yeah, I'll take a look at it. You said you've been swing trading. Yeah, you've been, I guess, getting some good moves out of here. Maybe some little movements here. The only thing that I would say about this position is, let's see, it's starting to get to some of these lows here. It looks like it might, resist at that point or have that support level right around there where it is at the $4.14. It might resist a little bit lower. So $4.09. Was it $4.09? So where it is, or where it did get to at $4.14, looks like it did have a little bit of a bounce off of that. But I don't really know all of the detail there. If you can, it looks like it is creating new lows right now. I would probably stay away a little bit until you understand you see an upward momentum. So even though it is kind of enticing to get into, it's you have to see a little bit more upward momentum to where it creates maybe has consistent growth. I wouldn't say creates a new high yet. Something that has consistent growth, somewhere that moves up maybe a quarter of the way, making a little bit of a move, showing a little bit of strength, because right now it's just stair stepping on the way down, creating those lower lows and lower highs. So anything you see like that is never good. You can see something like this where you may have had success. It had this low and then it created a higher low, also created a higher high. So as you see something like that, it looks pretty decent. But when you see the stair stepping on the way down, it does kind of suck to look at. However, you understand that a lot of the market was down. A lot of positions were down in sectors. So this might be a part of that as well. So just be careful. I think it is at a low point, so it will be pretty good if you can actually make those moves and let it sit there for a little bit. But you want to see a little bit of growth before it makes that move, because creating these lower lows. Do you know what I mean? It's great that you made money, though. You just can't always make money on the same stock forever. I've tried to do that, and sometimes you just have those downward trends, and yes, it will end up coming back, but you want to find when it is going to come back and don't just sit there for a while on that position. That's one mistake that I have made. And recently I've made it with a number of these positions, which I didn't believe that the market should be selling off as much. Like if you look at something like Zom was falling down, but the thing is that it created this newer high. You know what I mean? So it gave it hope. You know, you had this high here, created a newer high. You still have some of these lower lows that it's making, but it did create a newer high, showing that it has buying strength above this portion, above that point. So the fact that it's being heavily shorted really gives you an understanding why it is dropping down. It's not just people selling off; it's actually people and companies shorting the position. So, uh, so that's where my head is. Sweet, holding 195 shares at $4.80 average now. Just gonna hold it and swing trade it until it goes back up. Yeah, I think that's the best bet if you are holding it right now. As it did fall down, like I said, some of that might have been just because of certain sectors, certain parts of the market were actually selling off at that point. So it made sense why it was decreasing, but with it creating lower lows and lower highs doesn't really sit well with me until we start seeing that rally point. So if you're looking to invest more, I would probably say wait for a rally and then be able to get some movement there. So no problem, Edward. Thank you for asking the question. Anyone have a guess on AMC CEO told Trey the other day? I don't know. Did he did he have a private phone conversation with him? I have another good swing trade play. I've been playing that for a couple of months now. That's good. That's good. What's the So yeah, that's where you start to see these movements. So this is what feels really good when you get into some of these positions that have this movement. You know, it showed all of this strength and has movement up and down. You can get in at $1.30, get out at $2.30, gain $1 there. You can swing trade it easily. However, you'll get to a point to where it starts to fall down and or start to move in a different direction. Maybe it's a positive direction for you, or maybe it's a negative direction. Most likely it's going to be that negative direction. But the thing is that this is good that I don't know why it looks like so. Why does that look like Zomedica? It looks exactly like Zomedica. What's going on here? There we go. I was gonna say, why does that look like Zomedica? So even if, I mean, you can see the same thing. So you can see that growth, and then you see the movement here, and the fluctuation. So you can make some money from the 260 mark up to 450. So you can make a little bit more money with this growth, with this movement. Eventually, you're going to see this start to flatten out a little bit and start to create that wedge, start to flatten out, whether it is going to take a downward spiral. Just know where the limit is. You don't want to overtrade something, because then if you overtrade something, you get stuck in a bad situation, and then you don't accept a loss because you think it's going to come back. So trust me, when you do get that point that goes against you, let it go against you and, sell the position, because you made a lot of money on it. It's something like what I did with costs. I do still believe that cost is going to come up because they have their large jumps, but I wanted to gain about a total of $1,000 with costs, but cost has been dropping down consistently. And I made over $600 with costs, so I was looking to gain an extra $400. However, it didn't end up making that increase. It ended up falling, and I didn't sell and accept a loss. Sometimes you just need to accept a maybe $100, $200 loss versus gaining that overall $1,000. If it goes against you, it goes against you. Yeah, he called him on a stream Thursday. Hedgies should be shitting themselves. Yeah, that's awesome though. Trey's got to feel good that he has like the CEO of AMC calling him. You know what I mean? Like that's crazy. That is crazy. Going from someone that had, I think he had like 1,000 or 2,000. I don't know how many subscribers he had before that. I seen him on Brian Jung's channel first, and then subscribed to him just because, I mean, one, he showed me what Webull was, because I didn't even know they had a desktop platform that was this good. So I I appreciate that uh, very much because it's a really great platform. Um, but then like he's just killing it. He's absolutely killing it. Are the people that are saying hold till 1,000, 10,000, or even 100K in the same scheme tactic by Reddit apes to deception? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I know that you should always hold to what it could be, but you don't need to hold everything to what it could be. You know what I mean? 10,000, 100,000, there's no way it can hold at that point. So it would be a very quick movement. There's no possible way it can hold at that point, in my opinion. I mean, I just don't really see it holding up there. So 1,000 is definitely doable. But you're saying, are they creating some sort of scheme to basically say hold the position so that they can sell whenever they sell, and that all of these people lose a bunch of money? No, I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's the case. You probably have some people that are probably telling them, hey, hold for the most that you can get because it could be bigger than what we think. But there's always going to be institutions. There's always going to be whales that are going to sell off some of these positions. So just understand where you are. And if you want to sell a portion on the way up, capture your profits, and then let the rest sit. I plan to let 100 sit for as high as it can get. Everything else will be cashed out before then. And I don't know where before then, but it will be cashed out before then. So that's part of my plan, I guess. As of now, it seems to change. Like it stays sort of the same, but it seems to change kind of like every day. You always have these new things that are coming up, and especially with a lot of the movement, because I am upset with the fact that multiple times it got up to $14 and $15 and $17, and I could have actually taken some money out and put more money in to have more shares, but I didn't because of the fear of missing out, because of that FOMO. And it sucks to have that FOMO. I never have that FOMO. I never have a fear of missing out. I always take my profits when I have my profits and go. But with AMC, GME, Dogecoin, everything, it's the fear of missing out, not understanding exactly where it will get to. Even though they keep suppressing this thing, keep pushing it down, it's just the fear of missing out that holds me back. Sorry, I'm missing some super chat, or I'm missing not super chats. I'm missing some chats here, because people might sell right before. Let's see. I just published an article saying AMC will stay at 14. The media manipulation is real. Absolutely. Because people might sell right before they get to 1,000, and boom, your opportunity is gone. Yeah, well, yeah, that's the case. I mean, if you see it get to an unbelievable number, like if you're holding 10,000 shares, right, and it gets to $100, you're telling me you're not going to take a little bit of it just to secure your initial investment, at least a little bit? I mean, you're basically 10xing your money, right? So I would say take a little bit to take your initial investment off the table, and then go on about the rest of the day. I feel like as you do see this grow, you can limit your risk to a certain point, to a certain extent. In my opinion, I feel like that's the best bet. And anybody that's watching me, I want you guys to profit as much as you possibly can, while also risking as little as you can, because that's the overall thing that I talk about when it comes to investing is risk management. I think that's the most important chapter in how to day trade for a living by Andrew Aziz. It's literally risk management, understanding how to manage your risk, profit to loss ratios, all of that stuff, selling, being disciplined, all of that. That's what it's all about. I never want anybody to lose money. And anybody that's watching me, I understand everybody can't make money, but the people that are watching me, I hope that you can make some money here. So that's what we're going with. I understand everybody else giving a bunch of positive news, but this is why I don't have as many viewers as those people, because it's not a bunch of positive news. Like I try and give you all sides of it. And if I get called out for spreading FUD in any way, which I've never done, it got to a point to where people thought that I'm a hedgy, and they put me in a meme saying with Ralph. I don't know his name. It's like starts with a C. Um, and that was funny, but it shows like how quick people can turn on you just by saying anything on the other side. So it sucks. It sucks when that happens, but I'm gonna do it and let you guys know what is real and what is fake, because there's a bunch of positive news saying this is gonna get to 10,000, gonna get to 100,000. Well, you got to understand, can it really get there, and can it hold at that point? Like, that's what I'm trying to say. And I hate that whenever I say anything negative, I have to think about it and go, okay, is this spreading FUD? Can they take this as spreading FUD? I feel like, you know what, I'm not gonna say that. Matt, buy 2 extra ring lights on Amazon. It will make your video quality way better. Make my video quality way better? No, I think the Logitech camera is not as good as my Sony A6100. So I don't use the A6100 because it'll burn out in an hour. So it makes no sense for me to use that. So my video quality is okay. And also, when I'm streaming, I can only do 1080p. So it doesn't really give me all the quality that I want there. So thank you for saying that. I mean, I have 2 lights. If I had another light, it will make things like ridiculous. Like my face will be, whited out, and you won't see anything. It's pretty bad. I have 2 big lights that are shining on the green screen so that the green screen can stay lit up. I'm stuck in BlackBerry, 124 shares at $11.82. So stupid. I removed Wall Street bets. Reddit, never following them ever again. Yeah, this is the thing. You can get into a position, and I think what you need to do is always manage your risk. I understand that some of these positions claim to be following GME and AMC and all these other things, but really AMC kind of followed what GME was doing, and everything else is not really making that move. You have Nokia that's starting to, make a little bit of moves, the normal moves that it should have been making before, that increase did happen. But yeah, I understand where you're coming from. Another interview in June with him. That would be awesome. I'll do some sort of reaction to that as well to see what's going on. Up, people's good morning. Good morning, Jack. You should get into options. It only took me 4 to 6 hours to get long calls and puts down. Yeah, I think I can easily get it down. I don't really want to. So maybe I'll do it. We'll see how that plays out if I have some time, because right now I'm getting heavily into crypto. I'm about to make another purchase in my Coinbase account, which I'll probably go through in my either in the Discord group or just Patreon itself. Do you think ZEV will ever pop? Been holding since $15. Do I think it will ever pop? So let's look at this. So from $17 on the way down, where was that $17 from? That was in January. So you're seeing a number of months to where it's just falling downhill. I don't know. I'm sorry to say this. The only place I show strength up at is probably, no, I don't even see it there. There's no new creation of newer highs. So you have this lower low, lower low, lower high, slightly lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower low, lower high. You're not creating anything new here. Now, the only exception, which it's still not an exception, I guess, is somewhere around here where you have that candle wick that broke above one of these points, but technically this is a consolidation point, so it did not break above the full consolidation point there, but it did fall down quite a bit, recover quite a bit, so it's showing it did have strength somewhere around this point. So showing that it does have strength is a good it's so tough. Yeah, it's showing that it has strength here where it could rise above that point, and this might be that form of just where it is going to fall down. I'm not seeing anything. It should have never even dropped below $9. It should have never even dropped below $9. The fact that it did is crazy. So a lot of this, it looks like it held strength above $7. You might see it really hold at $9 to $10 or so. So I think it will go back up to about $9 to $10. I don't know how high it will go after that. It did show a lot of strength. Somewhere around the same time, everything else showed strength because the stock market, everybody was investing in something. But right now, I don't think it's going to go up to 15. I think maybe in the future, if you hold on to it for a while, if it's something you can let sit there, then yeah. But it shouldn't be down here at this $5 mark. It's kind of similar to what Ride is doing. Ride before all of these increases that we've seen was a $10 stock, and now it's sitting at like $7. $7.24, which is ridiculous. Never even thought at all that it would get down to this point. So I'm holding on to this for a pretty decent swing trade of 200 shares, and I'm down quite a bit from this position, from a position that I had a strong feeling in that it was at the bottom. But since we did see a sell off a lot of positions, it was not at the bottom. And it's never been to that point. It's never been this low. This is where it ends up being very difficult to take in. You're seeing some of these support levels, and it would have been great to be disciplined, understand where it is. But I'm thinking, okay, it's never been to these points. It's just a mere touch point, and then it's just going to rise. And it never had that rise. It just kept touching lower and lower and lower. Now the crypto, BTC, ETC, Doge, all are moving together. Check it out. It looks interesting. Yeah, I've been checking it out. I've been checking out crypto this whole entire morning as much as I could, because a lot of things are starting to come back. And seeing how Ethereum dropped down to 3,000, that's really, really interesting. And could I have gotten in? Yes. Did I? No. So it's just very tricky to look at it and go, okay, how much is this going to sell up? Can it get down to 3,000? Yes. Got down to 3,100. Now, I actually didn't see it get down to 3,100. I seen it somewhere around these points, 3,400. So being at 3,500, still pretty good. I just really like these points. When I have a certain price target, which I did say, if it gets down to 3,000, I'll get into it. However, didn't see it get down to 3,000. It's now down to 3,500, which is really, really good. So I can go over to Coinbase and make some moves there. Can't wait till I get my shirt. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad you bought some. I actually haven't got my hoodie. I need to check on that. I got my shirt. I didn't get my hoodie. I know that the women's hoodies, I think they're sold out, or they're like out of stock. But men's hoodies, I think they're still good. Safe Moon and Bonfire. I have 228 million shares of Safe Moon and 109 million of Bonfire. I actually do believe that Safe Moon is going to be pretty big. Did you see my Home Alone meme? No, I didn't have any free time over the weekend at all. If you didn't know, I mean, I was trying to post something, and anything I did record was on like one day because my wife worked third shift this weekend. So I had to, be with the kids, and while she slept, I was with the kids, and we had fun. I bought Harper some water guns, and we were playing with that. It's the first time she's ever done that, and it was really fun. But yeah, I didn't get a chance to review anything. That's why I said I'm not prepared, because I really didn't know. This is why I missed my entry point here of 3,000. This is why I probably missed entry points down here at 45. So, and let's see if Bitcoin dropped even lower. Yeah, it dropped down to 42. See, I just didn't know of everything that was going on. Even this at 263. It's crazy. So yeah, I didn't know everything that was going on during the weekend because I was just, out of it. AMC to break 14 today. Boy, I hope so. I mean, I think when we look at AMC and the movement that it is having, it's inevitable that we will see this increase. We're just waiting on a day. If it's another day to where it consolidates down, falls down a little bit, and then continues to increase there, we're going to see this bull flag being created. Right now, we're seeing this large increase. We're seeing the consolidation at this point, and then we're going to see a large green candlestick, jump up, and we're going to see this large increase. Now, I don't know if that will be the squeeze from there. Usually comes after consolidation, like we've seen in the past. We've seen, GME consolidate somewhere around $46 and then increase to 200, easily. Do you think hedgies will cover if it pops to 18 or 20? I think they'll try and double and triple down because they know what inevitably will happen. They want to hold off as long as possible. Time usually will push people over the edge. So if they have a bunch of time or they create more and more time, it starts to decrease the amount of people that get into this position or hold the position because they don't want to hold it for a long period of time in order to gain double their money. You could have gained that somewhere else, but with the potential to gain 100 times, 1,000 times your money, yeah, of course, it's going to make people think about, continuing to hold. But for them, time is better because the more time that they have, the more that people are just like, you know what, I don't think this is worth it. And then they sell their position. So I think if it does get to 18 or 20, and I've said it in the past that, yes, we can think the squeeze is coming right now. And I do believe that with a lot of pressure, the squeeze will come very soon. But just know that they will try and push this down. We're going to see it to a point like we seen it the other day where we were looking at AMC on Fintel, and you could understand what the level is. Let me see where it was. So you could see how much they're actually shorting it. It's still 31%, 63.5 million shares they're still shorting, even though it's increasing a heck of a lot. If this is making these moves and they're still shorting the position, and it tells you a lot. It tells you that, one, they don't believe that it's valued up to that point, but two, they made a mistake and they're just trying to get out of it. So yeah, I think the short borrow fee rate is going down, but we can see that a lot of this to where we did have the short volume. Look at this, 81.5 million shares worth of short volume on this day, 27%, absolutely huge. The total amount of shares was 296 million. Out of that, you had 81 million shares that were shorted. That means that they're looking to short this thing as much as they can to hold it down. They're trying to just hold it back. It's like what Bruce Banner trying to hold back the Hulk. Like that's what it is. You can't do it. It's going to pop soon, and it's going to be worse if you continue to short these positions. You didn't miss anything. The value of time spent with your children is worth more than the money. Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. I love them so much. Like, it's I can't even explain it. What do you think the consolidation price for AMC? 25? The consolidation price, like where it is, where it's valued at now, you're saying? I think it's definitely valued in between 15 and 20. I would say, you can understand the financial statements and you can say, oh, it's not valued based on those financial statements. If you go by fundamentals, it's not valued at that point. But we understand what the true value would be. It's like if you created hype for a business before it opened, you don't know what the actual potential is until you see those theaters open. You see a lot of the movies that are coming out, which there's a lot of movies that are coming out. You see all the movies that are coming out, people that are supporting it, the backing that you have behind it, and then all of a sudden revenues go through the roof. And it's like, okay, well, I was wrong. Fundamentals now make sense to me. And it's ridiculous to hear all the people say these type of things. How do you buy SafeMoon? I've created a Binance and Coinbase. So for me, I went through crypto.com, which I believe you can go through other platforms as well. Crypto.com, I bought Ethereum, then transfer that Ethereum to KuCoin. KuCoin, I was able to take the Ethereum, change it to USDT, and then change the USDT to BNB, and then send the BNB to my Trust wallet to where I swapped out the BNB for SafeMoon. That's how I did it. Now I know there's other ways that you can do it. I purchased Shiba on Bitmart, and I don't think I'm ever using Bitmart ever again. Like the fees on there are ridiculous. And right now I'm sitting with, especially since Shiba decreased quite a bit, I'm sitting on $41 worth of Shiba when I invested 70. So I know that is, I think Shiba is close to overvalued, and I didn't even realize that. I just bought it. So that was a stupid decision. What do you think of Ethereum co-creator burning 40% of Shiba Inu coin? I didn't see that. Is that why we've seen that decrease? Because if that's good, I mean, if they did that, then that's a good thing. If you burn 40% of it, if it's unused, that would be great. But if it's obviously used, you're burning something that people sold, then it's good. But if people hold it, then that doesn't make sense. You can buy BNB and Trust Wallet. I haven't been able to do that. Can you do that now? Getting safe moon is such a pain. If it goes to the moon, I'm good with it. Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm looking at the possibilities of it, and they said that from what I understand, they will burn as much as they can get to. I think they'll burn up to 25 billion, and if they do that, then you actually get to a reasonable point to where you can get to 1 cent, 2 cent, 3 cent, 5 cents. So if you hold what you're holding, just let it go. I know it can be uncomfortable to see it go from, for me, $400 down to 120 and then back up to 220 and then up to 270. And it's just like ridiculous. But yeah, I think it could be really, really good for SafeMoon. Burning coins, especially something that has a high supply, is really good. If something has a high demand and you have less coins, it makes it more valuable. Do you know what I mean? So if people are saying, oh, I want SafeMoon, and they're continuously burning off coins, then it's going to make it more valuable and increase that price. And do I want it to get to levels of what's it called? I think I misspoke by saying SafeMoon would get to 38 billion. I think it's 38 trillion or 25 trillion, something like that. I have to check the numbers. But yeah, if you can get to a point to where, I'm not saying it's getting to Dogecoin levels. I would love to get it to Dogecoin levels, but I would be happy with it getting to 1 cent, 2 cents, 10 cents, something like that. Because that's an easy, $270,000 getting to 1 cent. That's pretty good. I'll take it. For a $200 investment or $170 investment, I'll take it. Does this short volume on AMC behavior mean that a short squeeze is getting near? Yes, there's a lot of factors that will tell you that the short squeeze is coming. Yes, when they're shorting it to Kingdom Come, but they can't actually do anything about it because the buy volume or the cover volume is a lot higher, because all they're doing is covering and then reshorting, and it's good and bad for us because we're not really seeing that short borrow fee rate increase. We're not really seeing the interest rate really increase, from what I understand. So we need to see a lot of things go our way in order for that short squeeze to happen. But for them to short this much, to still short 30% as the price is increasing so much, is crazy. It means that they're actually holding back. They're trying to hold back as much as they can. I was initially getting declined, and I finally called Chase, basically because it's cryptocurrency. They added extra security, so I have to do a real-time verification of their authorization. I had to do that too with my Amex card and my bank account. They were like, "Oh, somebody bought crypto at this place. Was it really you?" I had like 4 calls from different people asking me if it was really me, and I was like, "Yes, it was me. I'm buying it from my computer." But I guess that's good. Create that safety. All right, we have 945 people in here, guys. Make sure you guys hit that like button. It does help out the channel a ton. Seriously, would love to get to about 400, 450 likes, about half of what the concurrent viewers are. So if you can get me there, please hit that like button if you haven't done it already. If you're watching, you enjoy the content, it doesn't hurt to hit the like button or the dislike button, whatever you feel is necessary. Just engage. I would love if 100% people engaged in, the videos, but, I understand that a lot of people can't chat, and it's hard to like something when you can't throw comments in the chat. I only make it 99 cents for the members, so, or you can do the 199 version, but I only make it 99 cents. So thank you for hitting the like button, everybody that did. We went from 300 to 370, so thank you. Wait, DD please does not burn. Be safe. What does not burn? Son of Troy, what does not burn? Because if you look at the circulating supply now, from the last time I looked at it, let's go to coinmarketcap.com. We'll go here. We'll go to SafeMoon. So yeah, if you look at the circulating supply now for SafeMoon, SafeMoon was just in the 160 or 116 trillion supply mark, I believe, last week. So right now it's at 580 or 585 trillion. So this is going to continue to dwindle down. It does get burned off. This is where I was a little concerned with your comment here, but it does get burned off. I understand it's more of a, like, they lock it away, but it essentially, like, is the same thing as a burn. So it looks like there's some different cryptos that are moving. But yeah, and the more that gets burned off, and we still have the same amount of demand, it's going to be pretty good. So last 24 hours, we've seen about 30 million transactions go through. And we would like, or $30 million worth of transactions go through. I don't know how many actual transactions that is. Let's go back to, I don't know how many transactions that actually is. Got to be less, or sorry, way more. And then we see, what we need to do is see people sell. And if we see a lot of people sell, that's where you see that burn rate. You see that burn off. I think it's like 5%. And I want to see if the math is actually where I was at, because I have a whole spreadsheet built for that. It transfers to someone's private account. It's from what I understand, it's locked away and it's out of circulation, so you can't sell it. So I understand. I understand what it makes it look like, because a lot of things will be put out there. But I've read into it, and it's locked away, which is out of circulation, means that you literally cannot sell that. Unless they have something to where they can bring it back and put it back into circulation to decrease the price, but it's completely taken out of circulation, which increases the price based on supply and demand. I feel SafeMoon and Shiba are just sketchy altcoins. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of really sketchy altcoins, and yes and no. The thing that we want to take from it is that you can make money from it. So I think Shiba right now, the way that I'm looking at it, right, I bought in, I guess, pretty late compared to where everybody else bought in at, and some people made a decent amount of money from it. But yeah, I still look at it as something where you can gain a little bit from it. If they are going to burn something off, then it'll be good. But I'm going to let it sit there, and we'll see what happens there. Just be safe. Yeah, 100%. Be safe. I would never say invest your life savings into it. I would never say invest, $100, even if you don't want to do that. It's just so tough to put money into things and, especially with all the cryptos that are coming up. You put money into these cryptos and think that they are the safest investment in the world, and it's not. It's really just a kind of a money grab, really. Some of them, like I think Dogecoin can really be something that's an actual investment, and I think it is now. But when you look at something like SafeMoon or Shiba Coin or whatever coin that comes up, that's just something that I guess not created as a joke, but you know, sort of created as a joke. It ends up being tricky, and you're like, all right, well, this might be a little sketchy. So, curious question: will a cat defend its owner like a dog? No, not even close. Why do you ask? Because if my, well, tell you the truth, my cats or nor my dog will protect me at all. Like my dog will just get really excited that someone came through the door, and then run away when it gets attacked. Did you see Elon's tweet clarifying that Tesla did not sell any Bitcoin? Yeah, I've seen him talk about it. I mean, I don't know what he's trying to do with this. SafeMoon and Shiba was good only before the first pump. I think Shiba only before the first pump. I don't know about SafeMoon hasn't really had a large pump yet. I think you just wait until a lot of that's burned off, and then you'll see a massive pump, and then after that, that's where it'll be over because people will sell. You know what I mean? There's people that are probably going to sell before then, and that's where you're going to have, let's say, it increases where people double and triple their money, right? They're just going to take that money and they're just going to run with it and think that that's it. But then there's going to be other people that hold on to 27 million coins like I have and just let it sit there. The thing is that we get to a point to where the only way that you can actually burn off that amount of coins is if people sell. So eventually you're going to have people that have less and less coins. So if you're sitting there with the most coins, that means that when you sell, you're going to affect that price a heck of a lot. So if I'm just strictly holding on to 27 million coins, then what? Yeah, if I'm just holding on 27 million coins, then I'm just going to let it sit there and then probably sell when it gets to maybe 1 cent. And even if I do there, I might be a point to where I'm not selling at the peak and I'm selling a little bit early. And if I sell at 1 cent, I'm okay with gaining $270,000. I'm okay with that. Obviously, I know what I have to pay in taxes. I'm okay with that. Obviously, I would love to gain $2.7 million, but I don't know if that's an option. As I look into the data, if they burn off enough, then yes. Hey Matt, how come on Coinbase you can't buy all the little companies? It says they don't support the stocks like Shiba. So the reason is they have to list it on their exchange, and when they do that, I mean it's a big deal. So you won't be able to do it until they decide to do it. Like certain places will list some. Like if you go to crypto.com, you can buy Doge if you wanted to, but you go to Coinbase, you can't buy Doge. You go to Robinhood, you can buy Doge, but there's some places to where you just can't buy it, and that's just how they're set up until they actually list it, which they should have already done. It's not that difficult. They've done it with other coins. They've literally done it where I forget what it's called. It's like a kind of like an initial public offering, but for crypto. I can't remember what the acronym is, but yeah, that's the reason why. They just don't do it. They support some other ones. I mean, there are some good ones on there, like Anchor. I think Anchor is pretty good. I bought into that. I have 100 coins of that. Doge will be there on Coinbase in 6 weeks. 6 weeks is just too long. I don't understand why it's taking them so long to get this up and running. It shouldn't take 6 weeks, especially with all this popularity. Are they saying they're trying to have the popularity die down and then all of a sudden have this huge catalyst? I believe it was like 4 to 6 weeks, but yeah. 6 weeks at max or something like that. Let's see. Safe Moon AMA last night. They have the country award for their economy growth. AMC 340 now on Robinhood. What? It is 340 or 1340. What are you saying? I don't know what you're. It is 1340. The pre-market. You can see right here where I'm circling my mouse. 1340. You see it 1290.98, but it's 1340. This is where it closed, and this is where it is now. So hopefully that's. Don't spread FUD if you haven't doing the research. Yeah. Well, the thing is, some people do research, and you get some of the bad information. So you'll get a lot of people that give you negative information or positive information that might be wrong or right. And we did hit 1,000 viewers. If you guys can hit that like button, that would be amazing. Thank you guys for getting me up to 1,000 viewers at the moment. But yeah, there's a lot of people that will see, negative information and positive information, and then they'll spread it even though they haven't done more research into it. Just seeing one article is not enough. So a lot of times I will look into one article and then search for what was negative in that article and see if I can find it anywhere else, any other publication anywhere else, so that I can kind of validate that, because anybody can write anything. As long as it's not financial advice. You need to be rude by no need to be rude by any means. I don't know what that means. I wasn't spreading FUD. I was doing research and couldn't find it. Yeah, I mean, I don't think anybody means to be rude in any way. Let's not overuse the term FUD, by the way. Let's not. I don't even like the term, just because the way people spread it. I don't like FUD. I don't like paper hands, because people will just automatically claim paper hands. If you sell on the way up, if you're comfortable with a gain and you sell it, people are like, oh, you're paper handed. Okay, sorry that I believe in profit. And then the other thing is, falling down, you'll say paper handed. Some people just want to accept their losses. Let them accept their losses. Same thing with FUD. Not everybody's spreading FUD. They're just trying to give information. And if it is accurate information, in their opinion, then they will put it that way. But I think what we need to take from this is always do more research. Find an article, validate that with another article or another claim or another comment, and then we can go from there. So there's things that we can learn on all ends. I can learn, you can learn, everybody can learn. So math question. I have 4 million Shiba coins. If you ever get to 1 cent, is that a 40K profit? Depends how much you put into it. If you have 4 million coins, let's say you put in $100, if it ever gets to 1 cent, then yes. Love questioning what I'm thinking. So let's see. Yes, 40,000. And that's not bad. Not bad at all. Let's discuss possible circuit breakers on the way up and on the way down. So yeah, for AMC, I mean, you're probably going to have a number of. I don't know if we will have. So the circuit breakers are tough to be able to to look at for some of these above $25. Let's say we skyrocket above $25. We don't know exactly where we will see breaks at. It'll probably be somewhere around the even points. A lot of times you're going to see people sell at these points to where they're like, I'm only selling at $1,000. I'm selling at $100. You'll see a lot of these, stop losses set somewhere around those points. And that's okay, or set some of those limits around those points. That's okay. So it will probably be even numbers. Maybe 100, 150, or 100, 125, 150, 100. Like you'll see those breaks. If it is moving up rapidly, you'll probably see them in wider spans. But if it's moving up slowly, you'll see people probably break it somewhere around 100, 125, 150, 175. You'll see those breaks there as it is slowly moving up, day after day. However, I think that the growth is probably going to last somewhere around those 5 days. The maximum growth from, let's say, the top 80% to 100%. So let's say it goes to it's going to go to $1,000. Let's say that's it. From $800 to $1,000 is probably going to be somewhere in the after hours market, to where a lot of people can't get to that price. Then you're going to see that drop down another 10% or 20%, and then when it opens, it's going to open up at that $800 mark that it closed at. And then you're going to see that on the way down. You're going to see fast movement on the way down as you do see that decrease from 1,000 to 800. It's going to open and it's going to fall off. So not saying that that's the case, that it will get to 1,000 and that's it, because it could get to a lot more. But I'm just saying that that's probably going to be how it goes, is you're going to have even numbers that people are going to want to sell at. Every time you hear it, you're like, oh, I'm selling at $1,000. I'm selling at $100. When you really don't know, exactly where it's going to get to. And then you're going to see it resist $1,000. And then those same people that said they were going to sell at $1,000 are now selling at 800 or 700. So then you have massive circuit breakers on the way down. So I scalped AMC on Thursday. That's awesome. Re-entered on Friday. Good morning, Lance. If Lushes, and I will hope to catch it and add more. All right, that sounds like a good plan. Yeah, we did get to 500 likes. Thank you guys for getting me to 500 likes. I always like to be half of what the concurrent viewers are. So I have trouble saying that sometimes. Concurrent viewers. I have trouble saying a lot of things, but you guys put up with it. My wife, on the other hand, does not put up with it. Yeah, AMC is now hovering around that 1350 mark, so hopefully we can see some more positive movements. Turn on this heater because I'm freezing down here. Matt, check the general Discord. I posted Safe Moon summary info from AMA yesterday. All right, let's check the general Discord. Oh, there we go. Not see any of that. So much trouble. Will feature Safe Moon Wallet. Will feature Apple Pay. Adoption. Okay. Get out of that. No limits. Safe Moon Wallet. Okay, I'm trying to figure out what this is going with if I can't click on any of the links. China is now offering 16 billion to banks for liquidity. That's AMC. Okay, I'll have to check him out. Go on Twitter and check that out. We need to get you glasses. It's not about it's about the text. Like the text is so small. I'm not lying to you. If you stream and you use one of these computers, the text is so small. Over here, the text is not small. When I'm looking at it on well, it's probably small for you guys, but it's bigger for me because I have a 55-inch TV over here. but then I have like a 27-inch monitor over here, and it's very tough to, like, I can increase the text size, but then everything else goes small and some things go away. It's just a lot. So sorry. It's down low, so you can't buy it. I just heard of crypto called Sushi Swap. What in the world? I wouldn't get into that. Would not get into that. So let's see what things are doing right now. So AMC at 4% of an increase. It's up to $13.50. Let's look at Zomedica. Zomedica's up 3.3%, still up to 76 cents. I want to see that make a move. Tesla is basically down 2%, down to $578. If it went down to $5, I'd be like, oh my God. There's a lot of people that are losing a ton of money there. SOS is down to $3.13. Want to see that push up to $4.84. I would love to see it push up to $6 today. You never really know what it can do. It should have made the same moves that that AMC was doing, but it didn't. Would buy AMC shares now if you're. Would you buy AMC shares now if you're at 886 average and 360 shares? Would I buy more now? Yeah. If you can get to, because if you buy all your shares, if you buy basically double the amount that you have. So let's say you bought another 360. You bought another 360 at $12 or $13. It would be a halfway point, and you would be somewhere around that $10 mark. So that wouldn't be bad. But yeah, I would buy more. I just never like to average up. But if I know that I want to hold a lot more, I will average up. I think I got out of ZOM back when it was $2.14. So yeah, I got out of ZOM when it was at $2.60. And then bought back in at 170, seeing that it was going to go to that low, and it was really resisting and showing support levels. But the problem with ZOM is that not only is it just decreasing with the market there, as we did see this increase here, it started getting heavily shorted. I mean, it got up to $1.34 and then was 30% shorted. I think it was 60% shorted back here, 66% shorted. And then it started 30%, 30%, 30%. It was just shorted to hell. And it's not all the way down there. I mean, it got down to 69 cents, which I didn't think it would get that low, but it got down to 69 cents. And now you're seeing that increase to 76 cents. We're going to see this kick up, because it's being heavily shorted and you have a lot of buying power behind it. So it would suck if we didn't have the buying power behind it. I would be out of this position and I would just accept whatever loss I can accept. But yeah, I think I'm just trying to see the dollar amount that we have here. But yeah, I think that we're pretty much good with what's going on. I'm so tired. I'm sorry. I'm so tired. But yeah, I think we're pretty much good with what's going on, because I think that this is going to rapidly increase. It almost got like really close to my my cost average, my buy-in point, which is $1.50. $1.48, I believe. So it sucks to see it decrease this much, but just know that this is going to end up making a huge move. We're getting good news as of late, hiring a vice president of business development to lead acquisitions and licensing efforts. That's pretty big news. Zomedica doesn't really put out too much news. You can see here the last news that it had was the earnings, right, at 4 days ago. So that's what's happening with Naked, but it looks like it might start making moves soon. That's good. Are you invested in Naked brand? The way that I was looking at Naked before all of this is that it was actually rapidly decreasing, creating new lows, newer lows, and lower highs. But if it is being shorted, which I haven't checked on, then that might be a setup as well. I'm so tired. 35%. Wow. Yeah, Naked Brand is being shorted heavily. Let's see the last couple of days. So yeah, the 14th, 35%, the 13th, 34%, 26, 29, 26, 35, 24, 24, 26, 31. Don't know how I said that fast. Thought I would have messed up. Oh, you have 1,500 shares at 70 cents. Um, where is Naked Brand now? Okay, that's not that bad. That's closer to some of these high points here, but it did create a newer low there, and you see these multiple touch points looking like it is ready for a rally, but it has been shorted heavily from this point on. So as it was increasing, just like ZOM, it started getting heavily shorted. And this is what companies do. This is what firms do, is they just short the positions to bring them down a lot when something is starting to rally. When they feel like it's rallying and it's overvalued, they want to short it. And that's what they're going to do. It sucks, but whatever. They can do whatever they want because they have money. I wonder what Elon has to do with this conspiracy. I don't know. 100% utilization reported for AMC covering Vortex 3 triggers. All right, so we have 855 people in here. If you guys are leaving to go to maybe another stream, make sure you hit that like button on the way out. It does help out the channel a ton. I'm all for, anybody that stays here. I appreciate it. But, people leave, you leave. So what Elon is doing, just some free advertising and saying about it in a negative way or positive, and everyone is printing it for free. Yeah. I actually love what Elon is doing. I understand there's people that are upset with what's going on with Bitcoin. But for me at least, and for a lot of other people, it gives them the opportunity to buy into some of these points. At 60K, it's just very high. At almost $5,000. I don't think it got to $5,000. What was the all-time high? 52-week. Is that the 52-week high? There's no way that's the 52-week high. I thought it got to 4,000. Got to well over 4,500. The last 6 months. I guess not. 4,383. Oh, it was on the way to 4,500. But it has decreased quite a bit. Has had a pretty big sell-off there. Is it going to continue? Are we seeing a little bit of a consolidation like we did up here, and we're going to see that drop down some more? That'll be interesting, give people more buy-in points. All I know is that I have my eyes set on some crypto, and I'm going to make some moves there. So tired. Has there been any squeezes since 2008 Volkswagen? Not that I know of. No. Like massive squeezes? No. No. Did I ever check the quality of the Profit Hands hoodie? No, I haven't gotten it yet. YouTube is slacking. I know the women's one was out of stock as soon as I released the line. Like, I don't understand what's going on with YouTube and their partnerships, but I understand they have a lot of creators that use that brand in order to go through with it, but I haven't been able to check it. I would love to. I'd love to check it, but I haven't been able to. So let me go to monetization. Let me find the merchandise. Let me see what's going on here. You know, I'd love to be able to see what's going on with my hoodie because it didn't come. My shirts came, but my hoodie didn't come. My store. Go to my store here. View store. I think the woman's hoodie is back in stock. No, it's still out of stock. And nobody even made any purchases. It's just the premium hoodies, I guess, are out of stock. I don't understand. I swear, my next line of merch, I'm going to do it on a different site. If anybody has any different merch sites that they've seen that are really good, that have very good quality, because I want a high quality hoodie, and I still have my order coming in, let me know, and I'll do some research on that. But I need to check the quality of the hoodie. I still haven't gotten it yet. Nose is starting to get stuffed. Thank you, Joe, for becoming a member. ETH looks better, more upside in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, it looks really good. It does look like it's starting to, you know, creep back up to that $4,000 mark. Teespring, I think that's the one that we use for. That is the one that, yes, that's the one that I use for my clothes now, my merch now. So new new hoodie logo. No, Carl. I haven't seen him today, actually. ADA is going to be big in the next 5 years. Watch me, Kevin, on what it does. I'm buying as much as I can. Yeah, I've already bought into Meet Kevin, or not into Meet Kevin. I watch Meet Kevin. I bought into ADA, but already bought into Meet Kevin. I already bought into ADA, a lot of it, but I do watch Meet Kevin. I haven't seen his video on it yet. I don't know when he created it, but I've seen a lot of talk about it, especially around YouTube. I've seen thumbnails and stuff. I haven't actually watched any videos. I've been doing my own research. So, yeah, I think ADA is going to be really, really big. So I've been getting into that. I've been getting into, or I'm going to get into internet computer. I'm thinking about that position. I bought into Anchor. There's a lot of positions that I've bought into so far, and I'm going to continue to buy into more crypto. I was watching a video on from Dave Ramsey, and he was talking about crypto. I guess he got a call that said, "Should I buy into crypto?" And he was like, "No, I don't consider it an investment." He was like, "Gambling can also make you money." He was like, "Selling crack can also make you money." And I'm like, "How are you comparing this to that?" This is creating new currencies, and just because you're like old and don't understand what's going on. I mean, sometimes people have their own their old process that they create, and they don't like any change. This is why if you've had something that you grew up on and then you change the process, it's not going to be something that you're comfortable with. So he obviously wants to stick to what is great for him, which is understandable. Just don't shoot down anything that comes up that's new. You know what I mean? And it's not even about being a boomer. It's not even about being a boomer. It's about just not being up for change. There's everybody in this world will have to deal with change at some point. And I had to deal with it a lot, and I still have to continue to deal with it. I don't like change. I can't say that I don't like it, because I eventually will like it, and I always like to learn new things. But if something's working for you, it's you have a tendency to stick with that thing, you know? Yeah, he didn't believe in crypto 5 years ago and still doesn't. Meet Kevin as a boomer. No, no, no. I was talking about Dave Ramsey. It's just like Warren Buffett. I don't think Warren Buffett. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe Warren Buffett would rather put things into index funds and mutual funds and long term positions because he already built his wealth. He doesn't need anything that's going to grow, you know, 100 times or 2 times or 10 times. He just needs something that's going to grow 5%, 10% consistently. If you have 5% or 10% of $1 billion, you're making a lot of money, a lot more than other people are making with hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars. So it's fine. That's why he has his own method. He's going to stick by it, but you'll never see him, from what I understand, you'll never see those people say, "Hey, you shouldn't invest into this because it's not wise." He would tell you, "Oh, I invest into this because this is my strategy." But Dave Ramsey is someone that always shoots down everything, getting credit cards, crypto, like as much as he can possibly can, because um, he doesn't understand how times have changed, right? I don't think Meet Kevin is a boomer. He's not a boomer. He's younger than me. I remember when the internet was only going to be a fad, and we changed that. Yeah, exactly. The internet was only going to be a fad, and it's around. It's stronger than ever. Um, a rich boomer, but he isn't, and also running for governor. He is running for governor, from what I've seen. I have friends that still recommending gold coins too. Crazy the crypto market though. I know someone that created a coin and rug pulled 100K. Yeah, I mean, there are people that I think it costs like maybe like 10, 20K or something like that to like create a coin. But then if you end up getting a backing behind it, you can definitely rug pull it. But for some of these other cryptos that we see, if you pull the rug, I mean you're gonna end up losing a lot of money because you put in $20,000 in order to start things up. So I think yes, they do understand what the potential could be, and they understand what they can pull out. Um, just weigh your options if you're going to invest into it. You don't need to put in $100,000 or $10,000 at these points to try and get another Dogecoin out of it, because some of these you got to look at the market cap and understand what the market cap actually is. And if they do have it in the trillions, that means they're just trying to get as many people to hold those coins as possible. So the good thing about SafeMoon is that they do have that burn rate, which I understand it's a more of a lock away rate. They lock it away. It's put away out of circulation. But if you do see any of those that have trillions of coins, it just doesn't sit well, and it shouldn't be something that you want to invest a lot of money into. Now, billions of coins might be something a little bit different. It could possibly get to those points, something like Dogecoin, 129 billion coins, that can get to a market cap, a height of probably $10. That's decent. We have 15 minutes until the market opens. Well, technically 16 until the market opens. Remember when everyone wanted fast and the Furious car? Bad. Like everyone wanted Chrome and spinners. Oh man, I remember spinners. I remember spinners so much. I didn't have a car then, but yeah. Have you ever looked into Stellar Lumens? I've looked into it a little bit. I kind of dig their fundamentals, and I think they're succeed. They might do well. Yeah, I've looked into them. They might actually do well. Um, where's it at? It's XLM, right? Yeah, they might actually do pretty well. I think their total supply is in the billions. It's 23 billion. It's not bad at all. Max supply would be 50 billion, so it does add on more every year, which means that let's say SafeMoon would have a max supply of let's say 10, or sorry, not a max supply. It has a max supply of 129 billion, but then the price could be a max of $10. This would be double that. So the max price I could possibly get to is like $20, unless they have some type of burn rate, which I would imagine they don't, since they have a max supply of 50 billion. That means that they add one more every year. Give me 1 second. I gotta go blow my nose. All right. Latrell Sprewell, spinner basketball shoes. Those were, yes, yes. I remember so much. Um, yeah, it's great for transfer XLM. Yeah, I'll have to look into it. If you look at it compared to Dogecoin, you can say that half of, um, it's basically half of what the supply is. So half of what that supply, 100 billion, you can say that it can get to $20 worth of value, maybe 25. Other cryptos, but Stellar seems to have a purpose that will actually do. Yeah, I agree with you, and that's something. Like I said, is as I was looking into it, it was something that was added to my watch list on Coinbase. Yeah, see, it's on my watch list at 69 cents. The only thing is, I wish it was a little bit lower. Wish I could buy in a little bit lower, but it doesn't matter because I think it's going to be pretty big. You can invest some money into there. Probably invest like a couple thousand into there, let it sit. I think it could be something decent, as time goes on. So that's what I'm going to look to do, is invest more and more into different, places. Let me just. So right now we have about 12 minutes until the market opens. It looks like Dogecoin did decrease. We are seeing a lot of crypto that's actually positive, besides Ethereum Classic, which you know is okay. It looks like AMC it fell down a little bit from 1350 down to 1346, so it's kind of hovering around that point, showing consolidation. You can see coin is not looking good. That actually decreased lower than the IPO price. Is crazy. Look at Matt becoming a crypto guru. No, not even close. I'm here just to, still learn as much as I can. I'm starting to know more and more every day, um, but not a guru, not a guru at all. Today is tax day, so I have to pay taxes, which is always fun. Um, yeah, I think I could spare. I think I could spare about $200. Yeah, I should have money that's that's coming back in from Robinhood. Let's actually see. I think that's like 300 that's coming out from Robinhood. So yeah. Yeah, I think that's good. How many do I get? How many do I get? Oh, there we go. 139. All right, perfect. I finally joined as a member. Oh, yes, I wanted to say that. Thank you, Rebecca, for you know joining as a member. I appreciate that. I finally joined as a member because I appreciate that you don't overhype everything. That is great to hear. I like to hear that people appreciate that. Because I try and do that as much as possible. I'm not a person that will sit here and be like, it's going to 100,000 guaranteed. I'm gonna let you know that I want you guys to make money. I want everybody to make money. So I want to let you understand that we will see a squeeze, but there's always that chance it can be derailed by anything. So know that this has been overhyped for a long period of time. And yes, being this hype did continue the movement, so that's always good, because there were some people that probably fell off when it was consolidating somewhere around $4 to $5. But it's great to be able to have a little bit of hype to keep that afloat, but always understand what the full expectation is of this position, where you can actually get to. So wherever you're comfortable with, take your profit targets and run with it, and then you'll go from there. If you miss out on a lot, then you miss out on a lot, but you gained a lot as well. I wonder how much SafeMoon people have. So for SafeMoon, like I said, as it does get burned off, you're going to see more and more people with 200 million coins that end up falling off. And then when it gets to a point to where there's only 25 trillion coins left, that means you're sitting in a good spot. If you have 100 million coins, then you're sitting in a really good spot. You have a decent percentage of that. For me, I'm going to sit on my 27 million and let it sit there. And then when it does get to a comfortable point, I'll end up selling, when it gets to a comfortable point. Everybody's hoping, they're pushing for that 1 cent mark. Everybody's like, if it gets to 1 cent, it'll be pretty big. I think it can actually get to, can easily get to 1 cent. But will I sell before then? Probably. Because then I'm turning even to a point to where I can turn $200 into $27,000 is pretty big. If I can turn $200 into $270,000, that would be even better. Robinhood is now selling fractional Doge. They've always done that. Yeah, they always done that. Crypto is fractional. You can buy into fractional crypto. Isn't that how it works? It works like a mutual fund. I've always bought into crypto at $1 point, not the amount of shares or amount of coins. Every stream is either stuffy nose or cough. Well, I'm sorry. I sleep with a fan on. I haven't gotten sick. Well, I've been more sick recently than as of late. But when I look at like the past year, I haven't really been sick until about these last couple of months. So I've been sick probably 3 times these last couple of months, and it wasn't good. But a year prior to that, I haven't been sick at all. I wonder how much safe. Oh, I just read that. I have a lot of safe moves. So yeah, it's just to a point to where people get tired of holding it, and they're like, okay, you know what? I see it double, I'm gonna sell. Like if you have a lot of SafeMoon and it ends up doubling in price, are you comfortable with selling that, or are you gonna say something if it 10x's in price? Are you comfortable with selling that? That's where it ends up getting tricky for a lot of people because they sell and then they're like, okay, this could be a lot more, but it's too late. Some of that was burnt off and some more goes to other people. Used to it and you'll breathe better. Just blame allergies. I don't have any allergies. Not that I know of. All right, so let me see. Let me actually go to my portfolio here for. I want to buy more ADA. Okay. Let's see. I already have 28 ADA, but I'm going to buy more sometime. Let's see. We have 3 minutes until the market opens. Yep. Wow. Sorry. Looking at all my crypto, trying to grow my crypto wallet. You know, I want one area to have my crypto, but it's just so tricky when you have things like SafeMoons is out there and Doge. If I can find a way to get Doge off of Webull and Robinhood and onto Coinbase, it would be great. What I'm holding, I already doubled. I'm in the billionaire club. Oh, you have a billion SafeMoon. Yeah, see that ends up getting tricky to hold on to. I mean, because then you're like, all right, well, the more that this increases, the more that you end up making, and the more that you're like, all right, should I accept this? So if it gets to, if you have, um, let's say let's say you have 1 billion and you multiply it by 1 penny, you're gonna have $10 million if you multiply. If you have 1 billion coins and you get up to one penny, you're gonna have $10 million. Is that what you're? That's what you're saying? That's pretty big. But then you also, um, you're probably going to see it get to 1 million, which would be multiplied by 0.001. So if it gets to 0.001, then you'll gain $1 million. Would you sell if it gets to 0.001? Would you sell all of your holdings if it gets to 0.001? If it gets to $1 million, would you sell it? Or if it gets to $500,000, if you see it grow up to $500,000, would you be comfortable with seeing the change that you would have in there? Trust Wallet can hold your Doge. Yeah, I know. I don't want Trust Wallet as my wallet. I want Coinbase as my wallet. Thinking of selling my SEV and buying more ADA, but I've been holding so long. I don't want to sell for a loss. Yeah, I mean, look, it's tough. I always like to hold on to my positions, especially something that I do believe in for the long haul. It looks like AMC is now starting to. It was up to 4+%. Now you're seeing that decrease. We are open, everybody. You're open, and we're seeing it decrease. We're seeing it fluctuate. did have a pretty decent amount of volume up to $13.67. He said, yes, you would sell. And you move out and NY and buy other cryptocurrencies. Yeah. I know you can't buy things over in, you can't buy crypto in New York, certain crypto, I guess, or any crypto. Wow, we're really starting to increase. Look at this volume here. 6 million shares right now of volume in the first, I guess, minute of opening. I know we had probably 1 million shares in the actual market open. Look at this. Look at this movement. And you guys are probably seeing this late and typing it in before you see it, or before you see it on the screen here, just because we have a lag. But we're at $13.85, $13.85 here, 87 cents. Now we're starting to fluctuate. See if we can increase some more. We're seeing it's showing a lot of selling pressure up here in these 1450 marks, 1449, 1450, 1455, 1460. We're not really seeing too many walls here built up. We have a wall built at 14, which we might end up breaking through that. That's only 3,000 shares. So we might easily break through that. It doesn't even seem like a wall. Maybe it is. You're seeing it come back down. Here we go. And a lot of selling pressure. I know we had some sell walls up at the 1450 mark, so just understand that that's still there. But we are seeing this increase. Did break. It did for a second. It broke 14 for a second. Here we go. I just realized my stream is two minutes behind. Yeah, you're gonna see that. Everybody's stream is behind unless you do like a ultra low latency, which is like pretty much instant. I don't want to do that because then it makes it very difficult for my internet to keep up. Looks like we did break 14. That's good to see that break. But we don't want to see this pull back. But you know that it's going to pull back because it's being overbought. Being well overbought. And we're starting to see that RSI settle a little bit. Just a little bit. So yeah, I just bought some more ADA. So yeah, I have 118 coins of ADA. We are seeing an increase to $14.12, $14.16, $14.19, $14.20 of a high. You've seen that increase there. We are still being oversold or overbought. Up to 86 on the RSI. 85. Now it's starting to decrease a little bit. We're seeing it go down to 70 on the RSI. We're seeing this decrease down. Are we going to get back to the 15 moving average, or are we going to see just a leveling out of the RSI here? I'm in the billionaire club for all three. Good entry point right before the hype hit. So I've been green. That's really good. That's really good. AMC is moving. It was moving. It's not moving anymore, but it was moving. We're looking for it to settle just a little bit, get below this 70 mark on the RSI, stop it for being overbought, and then we can go from there. It looks like Coinbase is really decreasing. Look at this. It is really decreasing. I'm glad I got out of this position, but it does look really interesting to me at these points. Hopefully we can see something good with Tesla. Tesla's starting to come back a little bit. That's good to see. There we go, Tesla. There we go. There we go. Keep going. That's what we need to see, Tesla. Looks like ZOM is also making a little bit of a move up to 78 cents. Remember, that's being shorted. Let's see what AMC is doing. Yes, it's up 8%. We did see it, level out a little bit, still being overbought at the moment. All companies that offer crypto in New York don't support all coins, just the main ones like Bitcoin. I paused it for a minute. Not your fault. Oh, we're starting to see it come back a little bit more. Oh, there we go. Now we're seeing the pickup. We got a huge buy wall set up here at $13.85. Maybe that's where we've seen it. So $13.85 right there. We're seeing that kick up. There's nothing on the ask really. We have 9,000 shares right here, but there's nothing really on the ask. But we are seeing it fall down. We have 17 million, close to 18 million shares worth of volume so far in the first 6 minutes. That's pretty good. I'll take that. We have 499 people in here, guys. Can you hit that like button? It does help out the channel a ton. We are seeing it come back to the 15 moving average. That's standard. Now, if it starts to pass the 15 moving average, we know that's being, some form of manipulation there, the way that it is falling down with all the volume and all the buying power. Yeah, as it does creep below. We had a huge, buy wall set at 1385, and it just broke past that 1385 mark. And we're seeing sell wall set at $14. I'm up right now $6,000 on AMC, but I am down on some other things. I did get some free stocks with AR. I think AM. NVIS, what's NVIS doing? Is that increasing? NVIS is up 2%. That is making a pretty decent move back above $14. I love to see that because if you don't know, I bought in Carl's Calls, I bought that at $14. We have 3 positions there, which I will do an update on that soon. Mind Medicine is up 10%. Did have a little bit of a fall in the open, but it's up 10%. Ride is also up 1%. That needs to make a move because it shouldn't be below 10, but it is. It's at $7.44. So that's that. We have SOS that's making a little bit of a positive move there. Still, it's just close to break even right now. So Medica still making a decent move. We're seeing that climb. Got to a high of 79 cents. Let's see if we can break 80 cents. See if we can really push that up and get to $1.30 like it was supposed to get to $1.50, $2. That has some positive movement in the future, in its future. Now we're starting to see that fall below $14. Oh, well below $14. Now we're starting to see that pick up. Hopefully past that $14 mark. We have some buy walls set at $13.75. Some a little higher. So it's good to see that healthy movement for it to come back and re-level itself on the RSI to 50 and then increase. Seeing that jump up on that RSI. The 15 moving average is still above the 200 EMA, indicating that uptrend. So creating a new high, a new low. We have this low here. We're creating this new low. Let's see if we can create a new high as we are going upward. Just finding that upward momentum. That would be great. BB burned 90% of his Shiba. Hoping to see something come of it. Yeah, I'll have to look into that to see what the supply is, because is that new news? Because if it's newer news, then we shouldn't probably see an update to the supply, because the supply was around 300 trillion, right? Oh wow. Oh wow. Hold up. This might be a good deal. because Shiba was in the trillions, and now we're sitting here with a supply of 394 billion. That's not bad. That means that you can easily get to 1 penny with that. Easily. And for me, I think 1 penny would equal about two. Let's see. How much do I have? Do I have 240? Or 2.4? Whoops. So it would easily equal 24,000 if it gets to 1 penny. And it could easily get to it being in the, oh no, it's still in the trillions. Never mind. That's 394,000 billion. So it's still in the trillions right now. Okay. I was going to say, if it was in the billions, then that definitely gives it hope. But I don't know why it shows that. Why couldn't it just show a T as trillions? That's just weird. All right, so yeah, it's not updated yet. If you have anything that's burnt off, it hasn't updated yet. And I'll also have to look into that news because I haven't actually seen anything. But it looks like AMC is above $14. That's a good start to a decent day. Let's see if we can find that high and break this high, create a new high. But it's not looking like that's the case yet. We are starting to see a lot of things go negative. You know, coin just looks pretty bad, down to $240. I don't know why it's decreasing so much, and why DraftKings is also decreasing at 3.6%. DraftKings does not belong down here. Bammy, looks like Fubo TV is making a little bit of an increase. That's good. It's good to see. Let's see. Zomedica is up 5%, 5.5%. Tesla, kind of following the same look as well, not really the same look. I was going to say the same look as AMC, but we're starting to see a little bit of a pullback, and we're probably going to bounce somewhere here, and we have bounced. We're starting to see that green candlestick. Let's push it up to $600. I'm sitting at $608. Should have bought it more down here. I wasn't even thinking about buying anything right now. My nose is completely stuffed. It was about 2 weeks before GME squeeze last week. AMC was about $9 to $10 range. It rose 41% over this week. AMC might start squeezing. Yeah, let's hope you're right there. They sent him half, and he burned 90%. He actually moved it into a dead wallet. So the supply is still out there, or is it removed from circulation? That's what I want to know. If he removes it from circulation, then yes, that would be amazing, and you would see the circulating supply decrease. But if you didn't remove it from circulation, it's still out there, and you still would count that as into the market cap. Donated half, then burned 40%. He burned 40% of SHIB. I'm reading it correctly. Why is circuit exploding today? I don't know. Clayton, thank you for becoming a member. I think you're the third Clayton that became a member. And that's like a sort of a unique name. And we're seeing a pretty good move with Tesla. Yeah, we're seeing a really good move with Tesla. Let's see if we can test or break over that. Yeah, we did break over it. 586. Good to see. Good to see. Love that movement. Love that movement. That's a huge 1 minute candlestick. Huge 1 minute candlestick. Love seeing it. Especially since I'm holding. I love seeing it. AMC. AMC still sitting around that $14 mark. That's good. The greatest. Thank you for becoming a member. 442 people. Make sure you guys hit that like button. We're almost at 700 likes. It does help out the channel, the growth of the channel, all of that stuff. Let's see. Yeah, we have AMC breaking over the $14 mark, up to 14.10, 14.17, I guess, of a high. The total high today is 14.21. I'm so tired. Got a lot of work to do today, so I think up. But let's stay over $14. We need to push up to 15, get up to that mark we haven't been to in a while, which is that $17 mark. We're really going to push for that. It looks like Fubo TV is doing a really good thing here. And I didn't think that they would do this well. I thought they were going to pull back a little bit. So I did, and they did pull back, I guess. I ended up selling, a little bit over break even, and need to kind of pull money out because of, taxes and whatnot. But I'm looking to sell for these profits. And it sucks they didn't get to the profit target or the time period that I wanted to get to for a lot of these positions. SOS with all the things that were going against me so much because of the different sectors that were falling negative. It was just something that messed up all the time frames of every position that I own. Ride should never have been this low. Romeo Power should never have been this low as well. There's two positions there that should have never been to those points. Zomedica is being heavily shorted for some odd reason. SOS, I was actually looking to sell a while ago, but I missed it because of work. And even if it shouldn't be this low either. Costs, that was just a mistake. I do still see the large spikes that you could see with cost, but it was a mistake to buy into another 100 shares at that high of a price point. Was just itching for it to go to $27 from 23 to make an extra, $400 from it. Growth Circuit just listed March 25th. It's insane. Check it out. Wait, sorry. Is Circuit a cryptocurrency or is it? Oh wait, cricket? Cricket? Is it? I don't see anything. Oh wait, this? Yeah, it is going pretty insane at this point. I mean, it's kind of chasing it, so it is going insane though. It's showing a lot of movement, a lot of growth. You can get in at this $19 mark and make your move, but right now I think it would be chasing it. It broke another high, and I just don't know the full potential of it, but it is going crazy. You're absolutely right. Man. All right, so yeah, I just made a couple more purchases for crypto, which I'll go over with the Discord group. I want to break down my portfolio there, and hopefully I can add the Dogecoin over to this portfolio. But yeah, I guess it's going to take 3 months. You can now buy luxury condos with Dogecoin and an ADA. Oh wow, that's interesting. That's really interesting. Shows a lot of positivity there. Let's see. Yeah, not buying into that, but it is crazy. Yeah, it's crazy movement. I would say that you shouldn't probably make a move in there until it settles just a little bit or comes back to earth a little bit. Looking for a day. We're starting to see AMC decrease a little bit. Not really make that move. I need to blow my nose and I gotta wait. Have you listened to that AMC GME song? We need one for Shiba. I haven't listened to it. Has there been a new song? Make sure you get more Doge before it hits before the 4 to 6 coin base. Yeah, yeah. I think you're right. Right now I have 2,000 or sorry 2,800 coins, and I'm comfortable with that. I'm comfortable with letting that sit there and grow to $5 worth or whatever it is because I didn't pay a crazy amount for it. I only have $1,000 worth right now. I guess right now it's at $988, but I only have $1,000 worth. And I would look to move that. Once it gets to Coinbase, I would look to move it to Coinbase. So I'm gonna buy everything that I own currently in Coinbase and sell what I own over in Webull and Fidelity. So I would basically do a transfer, but without actually transferring or waiting. So that's my plan there because I just want everything to be over there. Besides, I guess Shiba and SafeMoon, both of those can be where they are. And Shiba, just upsets me because in order to transfer that out, I need to convert it to USDT or convert it to something else. Yeah, USDT, and it only costs me $20 to send it out. But if I have it with Shiba, it costs me like $70 or $100 to send it out. I can buy tangible gold and silver money metals with Bitcoin and Ethereum. That's pretty cool. Bitcoin and Ethereum are the main attraction though. To do something with something like Doge and ADA is huge. Bought it at $10.50. It started to pop back up only 15 shares, but oh well. All right, so now we're starting to see it kick back up. I thought we were going to start seeing that trickle down. The way that it was moving, it looks like it was going to start, falling slowly instead of like fast. But we are seeing that jump up to hopefully $14 and see that move on the way up. Coinbase continue to drop. DraftKings continue to drop. I'm sitting at 41,000, about $42,000 worth of in my account, but that's starting to really fall off. You're seeing AMC start to really fall off. Fubo TV has fell off as well. That hit a high of $22. and then started to fall off. Now it's at $20.91, a little bit under where I sold previously. Cost is also decreasing. FAMI is increasing. It's up by 3%. You're seeing My Medicine up by 4.6%. Zomedica's up by about 7%. That's pretty good. Still holding its value there. Looking like it's creating new lows, newer lows, and higher highs. So that's good. I was able to get into Doge at 4 cents, and I've been holding for a while. That's really good. Yeah, I got into it initially at 6 cents. I think it was 6, and then no, it was 5, and then instantly after I bought, I think it was like maybe a day, it jumped to like 12, and I was like, oh wow. Then it jumped to like 20 something, and I bought at like 20, I think, increased my cost basis to about 12 ish. And now my cost basis after buying everything, I think, is somewhere around the 40-cent mark. Over in Fidelity, or sorry, over in Robinhood, it's 37 cents, and Webull, it's 52. But I have more shares over in Webull, so it ends up increasing that cost basis a lot more. ADA is gonna be huge. It has government contracts adoption in a few African countries. The only thing is I don't know how huge it can get because of the fact that you still do have billions. Well, I know how big it can get, but you have the circulating supply of 31.9 billion. So 31.9 billion is still pretty high compared to some of the other cryptos that are out there. I always like it to be in the millions, but you can see some pretty decent value with this. I don't think it's going to be absolutely humongous to where it's going to get to Ethereum-like levels or Bitcoin-like levels or anything like that. It won't even get to Litecoin-like levels, but it will make a decent move. Being at 31 billion, a 31 billion supply definitely gives you that ability to increase that market cap as the price does continue to skyrocket. So thinking $10 definitely, $20 definitely, $30 might be a little bit of a stretch, but we could see it push $30 to $40 at somewhere around the max, I would say. And we could break that down with the supply, understanding what the price is, and go from there. But it could be something that if you're buying in now, it definitely doubles, triples, quadruples, whatever X in value you would get. Because right now it's 74% buy, 26% sell. And I would buy a lot more if, I obviously had free cash. And I think I have some free cash right now. We did see Zomedica break 80, got to 81 cents. That's really good. Really, really good. We're seeing AMC now above the $14, starting to decrease. It was above the $14 mark. Starting to decrease a little bit, come back to the 200 or the 15 moving average. Hopefully not the 200 EMA, because the 200 EMA is down to 1360. So yeah, anytime I see the supply being as high as it is, it's always tricky. So I like to look at what the circulating supply is, and some of the highest circulating supply you can see is Shiba. Shiba's a high circulating supply of 394 trillion. Doge is a pretty high supply. VeChain, pretty high supply of 64 billion, but it can still get to something pretty good. Tether is a high supply. Telecoin's a high supply. XRP. I always like to see it somewhere in the millions. If you could see the supply in the millions, that's always really good. You know that you can get to something decent there. So always look on CoinMarketCap, find ones that have some good supplies to it, have some growth potential, and then you can go from there. Especially ones that have dropped recently. Supply cap will change, and the world moves away from fiat currency. Yeah. Let's hold $14. Let's go. Yeah, I would love to hold the $14 or increase and hold $15. That would be amazing. ADA would be over $100. I have to do an analysis on this. You know what? I'll do an analysis. I'll make a video on ADA today. How about that? Is anybody interested in seeing that? Because that would make ADA a higher market cap than what Bitcoin is right now. Is Doge still a pretty good investment? I think it is. I think it is. I'm in here at 52 cents. I think you can possibly quadruple your investment, if not even a little bit more than that. You are up for that? Okay, good. As more the blockchain, this burns Luna, increasing scarcity. Yes. All right, perfect. All right, so it is 10:02. Guys, I have to stop streaming right now. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell if you want more videos like this one. Also, hit the link down below for to join as a member. There's a join button. There's also a link in the description. Yeah, there's a join button in the description as well, and there's also you can join the Discord group. There's a link down there for that. Let's see. Also follow my other channels for any type of updates. The MP Shorts channel, the Perry Experience channel, where we do a bunch of different things over there. But I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Thank you, everybody, for watching. The 6 new members that we gained today, I appreciate it. And we'll keep doing these live streams, as many days as we possibly can, to break things down. Hopefully on the weekend we can talk more about crypto than anything, but I would like to be able to do these live streams pretty much every day. Let me know if you're into that. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.